Hi everybody, this is LosOcho, and the first video in our, we came up with about, I think, 4 or 5 more videos that we're going to be posting a little bit later within, like, hours of each other, I do believe, but this is the first video out of them, and all it is a simple little anatomy critique, and that's about it. Okay, so this is a commission by emo-mutt on DeviantArt, and I'm just going to be pointing out some flaws in anatomy and etc., just like the Norelli video, but probably a bit more simple since this is just one character and a simple background. Now I'll start by saying probably one of the more obvious things that most would notice in this picture is that the head of the dog is just very huge, like insanely huge compared to the rest of the body. It's really kind of awkward looking and, dare I say, derpy, which is pretty commonly used to describe something that just looks a bit ridiculous. Now, the lines where the back of the fur hits the back, and also where the top of the back leg hits the center of the body, they make it look like the dog is made of paper, and that's not good. Also, the shoulder lines and the lines on the top of the arm don't match up, which makes it look like the shoulder is bent into the shape of a J. And the anatomy on this is just very flawed. I would really suggest this person kind of, learn a bit more about anatomy before attempting a full shaded colored picture like this, because it just doesn't come out looking very good. Okay, now, the body of the dog is just way too short. Like, there's no room for organs in there. The chest and the head and the fur, or hair, I think, because this is, I think, a scene dog? No idea. It's just way too short. I'll be putting up a red line right now of, it doesn't really match up with the drawing, but that's just because the anatomy on this drawing is just, it doesn't match up with itself, basically. And, another thing is that the back legs look broken, like, because they can't bend that way. Like, they don't go straight back. They have joints in there and etc. that they do bend. They don't just go straight out like whatever it is. Okay, now, I know this isn't the person who drew this is character, bad grammar, but I'd like to get on to some design critique on this character, with the colors and etc. Honestly, this looks like you just took a bunch of paint buckets and just splashed it on a dog. It doesn't look very appealing to the eye, like, at all. Seriously, I understand that seems to be a common thing with scene dogs, but this is just ridiculous, because it looks terrible. No offense, really, but a few more things I want to point out with just basic movement and motion and etc. is, one, how did the dog get in the sky like that? I mean, I've drawn a picture like this before too, but I don't understand how the dog got in the sky. It looks very awkward. It doesn't match the background with all the brushes, which I do like the choice of cloud brushes though. It looks very nice. Another thing, the hair is blowing the wrong way. If the dog is jumping forward, why is its hair moving forward too? It should be moving backward, because you move forward and wind pushes back. That seems like a pretty simple mistake, though I'm not really going to push on that more. The last thing is, well, nothing. I'm done with this one. Well, that's it for this first video, and I'll be back in probably a few hours, I hope.